Dear Diary, I sat up and reset a few bones that had gone astray from my tumble yesterday. I won't be going in the elevator or the library anytime soon. The only other viable option is speaking to Hogsmooch. She was eager to share her theory with me, but was hesitant because it wasn't done baking yet. She told me to fetch her a few ingredients, like the model number of the elevator and a few of the local social security numbers. I didn't want to go in the elevator until I had the answer to the ladder puzzle, so I gave her my best guess. She roared at me with inhuman power and slid the paper back to me. Apparently my solution didn't match her theory, so rather than adjust her theory to account for the information, she demanded I actually do research. I didn't like it, but it needed to be done. I should have guessed that the elevator number would be the number of the beast. I would never have guessed it would be beast number 50,964, though. He doesn't get nearly enough work nowadays. I gave her the answer in the only way I know how, and she plugged it into her intense mathematical formula that somehow hinges on the model number of an elevator. She was ecstatic to finally have completed her theorem recipe. So ecstatic, in fact, she demanded I meet her in the lobby at 3 in the morning so she could share a slice with me. I hadn't eaten in nearly a week, so I was overjoyed to try the bizarre math pie she was proposing I sample. I set my alarm and laid in bed, staring unblinking at the ceiling for ceaseless hours until the alarm screamed to me for my laziness. I descended the footslope to the lobby to find Hogsmooch, having already eaten her entire theorem, mad at me for being 34 seconds late. She told me she's been taking a class in French history, and once heard the name Marie Antoinette, so she came here to climb the secret tower and discover her desecrated corpse to take home as a keepsake. She then shouted some non sequiturs at me.
Your mind is like a ravenous monkey. Just make sure you vacate the premises. But the walls have ears, gobbling up every banana. It's all scientifically organized. How can I stand in the way?
When she calmed down, she told me to look in her room for proof. I trudged up the stairs to her room as skeptically as I could and opened the door with an audible scoff. I shut it behind me and immediately started frantically rummaging through her things, reading every individual scrap of paper I could get my hands on. I found her camcorder on her dresser and checked it to make sure that she hadn't discovered any inconvenient truths. All she had on it was some footage of her drunkenly stumbling down a hallway. The footage was in black and white, but the audio was so crystal clear as if she was in the room with me. I have the sneaking suspicion she actually was, delivering a running commentary as I ran the footage. She freaked out about something, but the footage was suddenly cut off by a dead battery. I unplugged it and set it in its charging station, staring menacingly at it for about 2 hours. When the footage resumed, it was revealed she was freaking out over a tiny hole she found in the wall. A natural reaction given what usually resides in holes such as this, but she goes and stupidly presses her eye against it anyway. The crazy woman had some crazy luck, and rather than seeing an emerald eye borer, she saw a secret message. She starts shouting the message as loudly as she can into the air, but all she gets out are the words, "The diamond!" before the battery dies again. I was tempted to smash the camcorder into a fine dust, but didn't really see much point in going through the effort. I threw it against the wall instead. I decided to play my luck and check the hole myself. Unfortunately, all I saw is gibberish. Hogsmooch must have a secret to decoding this eldritch scrawl. It was just then I started hearing some bizarre banging noises. It was not unlike the sounds playing in the background at this very moment. I had no idea what was causing the noise, so I assumed it was just the rats in the walls. I was out of ideas what to do, so I went off to reminisce with the plucky prepubescent plastic. I brought up her multiple identities, but she suddenly got very defensive. She started repeatedly shouting that she was a journalist and she had her rights. I backed away. I had done enough for the day. I need to order room service. I wonder if they serve pig feet. That would be gross.